been really interested in South America in general, and especially Chile. You know, it's kind of got that perfect mix of mountains and then coastline.
This is like my third or fourth trip to South America for free riding, and what I learned is that you need time here, you know, like this place is actually endless, like literally, like you could spend like your whole career just riding new lines every day, you know. This place is so big. Oh, shoot. It's a lot bigger than anything else we ever seen in Europe or in North America, I would say, and
so long, like there's no way to see it all in one trip, but just knew that I needed to make it down here and just, yeah, start exploring.
Being in Antofagasta and being mountain biking is amazing because you have like 100 kilometers and so much more in any direction here that you can just go and do free ride. Riding mountains, cliffs, bridges, jumps, the sea, I think is the only spot in the world that you can make it that happen.
I was contacted by Bastian from Roca Park in Antofagasta. He was saying they're throwing on a Freeride Jam and would love to have me down. Just from some of the photos I'd seen of the landscape, it's just beautiful, big, like red sand slopes right down to the ocean, and it looked too good to be true. It was amazing to have Alex Volokhov join us in Antofagasta.
The first spot.
And then also Andreu Lacondeguy. Andreu and I have been friends ever since our careers started, really, so hilarious guy, and just an animal on a bike, so I was stoked that he joined us, and yeah, kind of looking for similar terrain and stuff to ride on our bike, so just, yeah, it's been a perfect team and just good times, good crew.
Crazy looking place, man. Looks insane.
After Kurt was kind of saying he's coming up to Antofagasta and thought we'd go check it out. It looked insane on paper, so we had to come see it in person.
the beach is interesting. First time, you know, on the big bikes at the beach.
Yeah.
Since Antofagasta is right on the coast, so I thought, you know, could do some riding and some surfing, and a friend put me in contact with Guillermo Satt. Yeah, stoked to just road trip and surf on one side, freeride lines on the other.
That's crazy, dude.
Said he was a surfer, and reached out to him, and he was super fired up right away. Wanted to hit some waves and had tons of zones to check out for some freeride lines.
Maybe this is the trip where I get a wave.
Get away. Well, should we go check out some lines?
Let's go. I'm ready.
Okay, let's do it.
Popping in. Dropping.
So I never really met Guillermo before the trip. I heard a lot about him, you know, and finally like meeting the guy and just going out there with him, riding bikes, and it was awesome, you know. He's like a top surfer. It's insane to watch him surf.
On top of the morning, on top of the wave, on top of the team, on top of the days, on top of my purpose. I do, I create. Y'all wanna copy, but we're not the same. Sometimes when it can be dark, sometimes when it can be scary, sometimes you still gotta push on and just do what is necessary. You need that mindset, dog. You're just like a mercenary. You just gotta go push on. You just gotta go and get it. You gotta go be so fly. People around, they ask you why. Yeah, what is the reason you do it? Yeah, what is the reason you even try? It is cause I need me a purpose. I need a decent life. Yeah, I don't wanna be so basic. I just wanna go and fight. I really wanna give it all. I really wanna go all in. Yeah, I'm really gonna be that guy at the top that's not gonna be falling.
Yeah, when I first heard of this surfer buddy down here to show us around, didn't realize he's a future Olympian. First thing's just like, yeah, big barrels? Dude, I'm Canadian. Easy waves.
Big barrels, but you do like big mountains, big chutes.
Yeah, dude, just like committing to a big line, I guess. Just gotta drop in. Yeah, today we're finally adding surfboards to the mix. We're gonna head up north an hour, and apparently there's a nice little point break there for us and some lines.
Estamos acá en la caleta de Antofagasta, nos vamos a ir a surfear. Estamos acá preparándonos con un pescadito para salir del surfing y un asadito, y después ir andando en bici a unos lugares que vamos a ir a buscar.
I'm not like a big surfer myself, you know, and I'm also not the best swimmer, you know, so like the riding is all sandy. I imagine that the surfing was gonna be all sandy as well and chill. But as soon as we get there, we gotta wear these like crazy wetsuits because the water is apparently really cold, and there's like jellyfish everywhere, like crazy, like birds all over the place. Like, I don't know, the place is so alive, you know. And then like, as soon as we seen the waves, I was like, dude, there's no way I'm getting in the water, you know, like huge waves crashing into these rocks. The goal was to avoid this situation that I'm getting into right now.
Yeah, perfect.
And I failed, so now I guess we're going in the water. These guys want to surf, you know, and I'm not much of a surfer myself, but I don't know, once we're here, we'll we'll see. Get in the water and try to catch a wave, I guess. Survive the sesh.
Survival session.
Dude, I'm like...
My goal? Just to catch a wave and not go into the rocks.
But yeah, we like got the chance to go out there with Guillermo, and he was like giving us some tips. So
yeah, it's funny when you do something for so long, it's like your thing, it's second nature. Learning a new sport or learning anything new is super exciting and fun. It's got its learning curves and battles for sure.
but like, just to get out there, not really knowing what you're doing, and just like being a complete cook was like, dude, it's funny, you know, like you're good at riding bikes, but you're not so good at other things, you know. And
you're kind of surfing the mountain like on a bike. It's so different, but it's almost a similar feeling, you know. You're exploring, trying to find the lines, trying to find waves. Being out there, especially in Mother Nature, you have no control. The waves keep coming, and yeah, I don't know, it's just no rush like it, really. Surfing's got to be one of the toughest things to do in the world, but just keeps you coming back to get back in the water more and more.
If you let me down, make sure that you lift me up now. Cause everything is up now. Riding out the ebbs and the flows. I've been waving high to the lows. Watch out now. Riding waves like the sunny days in Phuket. The needle on the gas didn't move yet. The sous chef cooked the music for me. I'm just putting on the finished touches. I travel light and like to limit luggage. Zen out at the airport, posted in the prayer room. It's handed down like an heirloom, sail soon. I'm just getting fitted for my visit to the pale moon. They're not really living there, just tripping where the trails groom. Pale in comparison, if the pair fits and wear them in, I can feel it coming in the air again. Listening to feel, got that feel from the drum fill. I don't gotta chill, my pen move on autofill. Automated thoughts process, my mind's recessed. I just dig the gems for the thesis. The missing pieces were always found in the places where you least expect them. The low I had to die for my highest self, resurrection. If you let me down, make sure that you lift me up now. Cause everything is up now. Riding out the ebbs and the flows. I've been waving high to the lows. If you let me down, make sure that you lift me up now. Cause everything is up now. Riding out the ebbs and the flows. I've been waving high to the lows. Watch out now. Feeling like I'm watching fights from the nosebleeds. It's me versus me, but the fans seem to see the proceeds. I can't stress it cause I'm also in attendance, and my portion of the pie's like a little slice of heaven. There's an angel on the emblem, couple tatted in my pigment. Never asking for a second cause the first is more proficient. And my verses are encrypted. You'd understand the veil if it lifted.
What's the outcome?
Humbling, to say the very least.
this guy got a couple of waves, I think.
Super fun.
Yeah, dude.
Kurt got the wipeout. Andreu got the wipeout.
Yeah. Couple wipeouts here and there.
Crash shots, yeah.
Couple big sets coming at us. Dude.
I think the base plan was going big. After race downhill, I always like jumps, so I took my jeep and started to do some scouting, and I found this place. It's Roca at the south of Antofagasta.
This place is amazing. The guys have killed it. Picked a perfect zone, and it's amazing what they've built out here. Bastian and his crew have been working super hard. building a whole freeride park, and it's amazing. It's just a huge amphitheater of lines and jumps.
This is just pure love to the riding, I think. Been 12 years, a lot of failures, then start to making things better, and after of that we start to get the attention of the main riders of the world.
They're onto something super cool there, and all the guys are awesome, just pure free riders, and just do it for the love of it, and just want to share it.
Guillermo, what is easier, to jump or to surf?
For me, surfing for sure, but I was learning a lot with this guy in freeride and jumps, so it's more like comfortable for me, so it's epic.
They're respecting Surf Dog to like send the line. We're ready! Se viene, dude. Yeah, Guille is gonna send this triple and double drop line. It's Surf Dogs! Vale, loco! Brutal! Graba la toma, dude, de kilo. Máximo.
Oh, we gotta step up our surf game.
Yeah. Guillermo's really showing us up.
Going to Antofagasta, really wanted to check out the Roca Park, but also wanted to explore the surrounding area and see if we could find any lines to ride and see if we could find something new. Turns out Bastien and the guys have the zone pretty dialed in, and we showed up and we were shuttling freeride lines for just about 3 days straight.
Ya es de mañana, ya estoy facta. Para apagar la alarma faltan ganas y agua para matar la caña. O su Canadá trae apaña. Pero las sábanas más las frazadas me hablan y baja la mansa baja. La bala debo escapar de mi cama y voy con otra cara y un invento de pijama. I'm sorry mama, pero tanta jarana agrandan las ganas de quemarla que se va la semana de farra. Hey, preparo algo para manchar después de enganchar su tres naranjas, su pan con manjar. La lata que me la va a bajar, pero sácate uno más y verás la carcajada que te hará pasar. Estoy increíblemente volado, contando un cuánto rato macho ya no estaré dopado para lograr alojar en mi hogar y en no tan mal estado. Ya que he estado adormeciéndome el cráneo, un caño para los malos ratos, va un mambo, vamos a comprar por mayor. Ven a colaborar por amor al blon, saca una luca o dos y pon tu monto sobre el montón. O todos los ahorros por porro, eso te caga la memoria. Es que así borro los condoros, yo solo floto y voy por mi hierba. Así que coloco otro coro por mientras y
Man, the first time approaching some of these lines and seeing it, I was just mind blown. Like I said, I didn't know somewhere like this existed. And it's like we've been looking for lines like this forever, and it just turns out they're all here. It's like Utah, but like 1,000 times the size. It's everywhere. You're beside the ocean. It's like every night, epic sunsets. Like, man, Bastien, the rest of the Roca Park crew, like they made this all so easy for us. They drove us around. You can shuttle all these lines. Like I think in 3 days we got like 20 laps. Unfortunately, I have to go home. Yeah, these guys are gonna have an epic couple days. I'm definitely going to miss out, but is what it is. I'm glad I got to come for a bit and enjoy this place, man.
Guillermo's from Arica and wanted to show us some lines around here, so we thought we'd road trip up from Antofagasta, and the main goal is to find the biggest, baddest lines, really. As tall as possible, the better, and Guillermo had the spot picked out, and yeah, as soon as we laid eyes on it, it looked amazing, and kind of looked too good to be true, and no, I don't know if it looked too good to be true, but it did, actually.
Whoa. Dude, Guille with the lines.
The line looked amazing. It kind of had everything. It was massive, had layers of bowls to chutes to open bowls and, you know, all different kind of terrain down the mountain.
Sandy.
Those are some of the coolest lines there.
Yeah, man. And as soon as we saw it, we're like, whoa, this is it. We really want to ride this, you know? And the scale of things here is crazy. Like, we were at the bottom and we're looking at the thing and it looks doable. It looks like we might be facing like an hour or 2 hour hike.
A dream line, really. So we started making a plan, trying to figure out how to get on top of it. The Roca Park Crew just had all the shuttles to tops of all the lines. Here, back to the 2 feet and a heartbeat, and yeah, do it the old-fashioned way.
So probably like just traverse all the way there and just up the reach.
Straight up from here. Looks like a long way.
Before you go to school, kids. Don't drop school. It's gonna end up like us. Man, probably a successful lawyer by now.
Successful lawyer. I can see you in the court.
I'll be sitting in my office now.
We were being really optimistic that the hike would be, you know, an hour. Just to crest the ridge took 2 hours. And then from there, it was still another hour to the top of our line. A huge part of these lines is navigating it on the way down when you're at the top, and it just rolls over and all you can see is the valley bottom below. The line had a mandatory drop, probably 3/4 of the way down. So I hiked down what I thought was pretty far, but I was still like only 1/4 of the way down the line and almost unhikeable to go any lower. Hard to really tell from the bottom how big the drop was. It looked manageable, but standing on top of the line and realizing really how big this line was, you start getting a couple doubts in your mind, like, is that drop actually 20 feet, not 10 feet? Are you gonna be able to go slow enough into it, or are you gonna be out of control? Yeah, there was a couple unknown factors going into the line. Riding these big lines, you just gotta take everything that you know and try and apply it to where you are and what you're doing, and just had to go for it and dropped in.
37 in 3, 2, 1.
What you dream of, open pow bowl at the top. Into the first chute, which was hard packed rocks, picking up speed, then you get into the next sand bowl section. after that was where it really rolled over. And as I'm managing my speed, rocks are flying by. One bounced off my helmet and came down to the drop, and yeah, it was some hard packed rocks. As soon as you hit that, you just start rocketing, and it was a toss-up if the landing was going to be hard enough to land. The landing ended up being perfect, and it was just, yeah, glory turns after that to the bottom.
Oh! Wow! That was kind of crazy. I think I took a rock off the back of the helmet. Whew! Oh, there it is. Insane.
After getting to the bottom, I'd given my radio to Andreu to contact the crew.
Yeah, so I was on top of the line and I was there with Sorge and Guillermo. Guillermo is riding another chute that's on rider's right, and I'm riding the same chute as Sorge. So like he drops in first, he kind of like disappears on the horizon, and then I get on the radio. There was like this kind of scary drop in the middle, and then you told me that the drop is fine, so I'm kind of like get fired up and I drop the line and
maybe would have mentioned the section above, just how steep and fast it was, but Andreu came down and was shredding super fast. Yeah, it was looking amazing. Just started coming into the drop pretty hot and sideways, running into the same scenario I was in with rocks flying around. And
before the drop, I kind of didn't slow down as much as I should have, I think, and I got a little bit sketchy, and like a couple meters from the drop, I'm like getting kind of sideways, and then this huge boulder just comes from behind and like, oh. I lose the front end. I'm like throwing the bike, landing on my back, and I just like head off the drop, and all these rocks are coming after. So I'm gonna have to like hide behind the drop, and like all I see is this huge rock just coming down the thing. So
whoa.
He just jumped behind a cliff to hide from all the rest of the rocks that were coming down, and I was at the bottom and they were like flying by me.
It was fun, you know, it didn't work as I wanted to work, but I learned that on this kind of riding you gotta be careful with like also the rocks that you're like kicking on top because they're coming behind you. So
yeah, just another element to the riding and figuring it all out.
usually like if the line is like longer than 40 seconds, 50 seconds, you're like, whoa, this is like a long freeride line, you know? But at the end it was like a 6-hour mission. The line was like almost 3 minutes long. So I'm pumped to like realize that there's a lot of riding here, and I'm sure that here's where we can really like push it, you know? I think that we kind of find a new location, and that's like the main goal of the trip for me too, you know? Just like see what's out there and open zones, just to see new zones. Man, Guillermo's crazy because he's a pro surfer, you know, and he also rides mountain bikes. But from my point of view, he's like one of the only guys who's actually out there free riding and like finding new locations. So the riding that he does is like, I don't know, it brings so much to the sport, you know. This is what I really want to be doing, actually. And to see that a professional athlete from another sport is doing what a professional mountain biker wants to do is amazing, you know. And to be able to like come to his place and see his lines and his approach, it's something completely different than anything else I've seen. So pretty pumped.
It's been super cool seeing Guillermo's take on the terrain and seeing him ride all these free ride lines and actually pushing himself quite a bit, you know, into harder and harder lines and just bringing that surf style to the mountain. Seeing him drop one of the biggest line he ever has was super cool.
Fue mi primera línea larga en freeride y lo pasé increíble, la verdad, me dio mucho miedo. Harta adrenalina, pero mucho aprendizaje también, acá con las bestias del freeride del mundo, así que bueno, también pude enseñarle a ellos a surfear un poco el deporte, así que se fueron empujando los límites para los dos lados y poder compartir con ellos también, tremendas personas.
Una piedra así. Mira los radios. Me partió ahí la ¡pum!